Hello and welcome to Saints and Celebrations with Deacon Michael. In most dioceses in the United States, including here in Tulsa, the Solemnity of the Ascension of our Lord will be celebrated this coming Sunday, what would otherwise be the seventh Sunday of Easter. However, today, the 40th day of the Easter season, is the proper date for the Ascension. Just as Jesus spent 40 days in the desert preparing for his public ministry, so he also spent 40 days on earth in his resurrected ministry before ascending body and soul into heaven. It's no coincidence that this proper date for the Ascension always falls on a Thursday. We probably most often associate Thursday on a liturgical level with Holy Thursday, the first day of the Sacred Triduum, on which we remember Jesus' institution of the Eucharist at the Last Supper. On that day, Jesus left us the great memorial of his life, death, and resurrection, the real presence of his body and blood, soul and divinity in the most blessed sacrament. And if we look carefully at the conclusion of the Gospel of Matthew, we see why these two events are intimately connected. In this Gospel, the last thing Jesus tells his apostles is, "And behold, I am with you always until the end of the age." This might not make a lot of sense when the last thing he does is leave them, but here's where the Thursday connection comes into play. Yes, Jesus is with us spiritually when we gather in his name. He's with us in the persons of his priests and bishops, and he is with us in the proclamation of his word, but he is also with us in a very real, tangible way, in the Eucharist. Although Jesus is no longer walking around on the earth in his incarnational body, he is present in our church and our chapel and in every Catholic church and chapel around the world, and he comes to us anew every time we celebrate the holy sacrifice of the Mass. My sisters and brothers, we do not have to gawk into the skies wondering where Jesus is or even if he is. This Thursday to Thursday connection between the Last Supper and the Ascension reminds us that even when we feel like Jesus is absent from our lives, maybe especially when that happens, we can know that he is really present for us here in his tabernacle and invites us to visit him, sit with him, and pray to him. And that's true on the traditional Ascension Thursday, the transferred Ascension Sunday, and every other day of the year as well. May God bless you, and we'll see you next month for more Saints and Celebrations with Deacon Michael.